What does God really want you to do? This is a question that I always get asked. Brother Robert, I don't know what God wants me to do in my life. What is the will of God in my life? Now, listen, the word will means wishes and desires. So obviously you're asking, what is God's wishes and desires for my life? And obviously God has wishes and desires for your life on different levels. He has what is God's thoughts about your family life? What's his thoughts about your mental faculties, the way you think? What is his thoughts about that? What is God's thoughts on your spiritual life? What's God's thoughts about your finances? What's God's thoughts about your physical life? What is his thoughts? What is his wishes and desires for those areas of your life? Now, the thing I can give you one massive tip, okay? If you want to know what the will of God is for your life in all these different areas, what God wants you to do, how God wants you to live, you have to be in the Word and you have to be in prayer, okay? The more you pray, what I found for me is that I found out what God wants me to do in the earth, and I found out God's will for my life in prayer. I discovered it when I was praying. When I dedicated myself to prayer, God's will, God's will for my life was revealed to me through prayer. So that's what you need to do. Get into the presence of God, get into prayer. And the more you pray is the more that God begins to reveal to you his will for your life. The more your destiny and future in God begins to unfold, okay? It all happens through prayer. And this is the reason why the enemy doesn't want you to pray, because he doesn't want you to discover God's wishes and desires for your life. He wants you to wander around the world or wander around in life aimlessly and without a purpose, because the devil knows that when you stumble upon your purpose and upon your destiny that God has for you, it's going to create havoc for the kingdom of darkness. So get into prayer today.